Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales. These are the adventures of The Rookies, a curated actual play of the tabletop role-playing game Masks, A New Generation from Magpie Publishing. Previously on Tavern Tales. At Camp Org Off the Books, events have caught up to Adora as something has awoken from within the beast from beyond to attack our heroes.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? 1 beer or two, I'll drink to you.
And we're back. We're counting down the hits of the superhero group formerly known at the time as the Rookies. This marks a big change for the group as they step out of their Rookies superhero team name and move into that relatively strange period of time where the group transitioned to their new name. And it all began at Camp Org Off the Books. I'm Vern Tales, and this is the Rookies. And so I'm Kyle, and it's been a couple of games, a couple sessions, a couple months since we last introduced ourselves. So let's go around the table and describe who you are, what character you're playing, and because this is a special episode and we're missing Chelsea till the end of it, I thought it would be fun to throw this out there. Everyone is going to describe an interesting cover because this is a special episode, a special issue of the Rookies. And as a result, there are multiple special edition variant covers that came out for it. So take it away.
Hi, this is Paige, and I play XPay, or Experiment 742 if you want to refer to them as that. XPay is ambiguous. They currently have metal skin, which makes them look very different and stand out. And they are relearning. They've lost some of their memories, so they're relearning some new things and building their relationships. So one of the artists has designed a pop art cover that has some metallic accents with gold foil. And we see Terry Chase. You can tell that Terry Chase just attempted to run up a wall and do a backflip because it's something they're trying to add to their repertoire. It didn't work. And you just see Terry on the ground in a bit of a pretzel position. And that's our cover.
What's the expression on his face?
Wooziness.
What?
Does he like have a greenish face? Like,
yeah, and you can see the circle above the head with the birds.
That makes perfect sense because it's pop art. Do you see his footprint on the wall so we get the feeling of him having done the backflip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 foot.
Yeah.
Only one.
I'm Allison, and I play George the Purple Haze, who's a speedster from the 60s who somehow ended up in modern times. He is dressed in football attire, so his uniform is purple football helmet, purple hoodie, purple leggings you would see on a football player, and he's a little bit rotund. He's a bit of a bigger fella. And this artist for this cover for Terry is in a 60s flower child kind of style, so it's like Mandela. Is that what I forget what they're called? Mm-hmm. The like intricate patterns.
Mandela.
Yeah, Mandela. Okay. Very, very colorful reds, greens, yellows, blues, purples. Super intricate design. And then the center of it, you have Terry Chase in a typical superhero pose. He's crouched down, touching the floor with his sword up in the air. And he's got like a very determined kind of like, not a scowl, but kind of a very serious face on.
Cool.
Yeah. Kind of juxtaposed against that background.
I love it.
My name is Aaron, and I'm playing the Nova, also known as Solarian, also known as the biggest deal in the universe. For this cover of Terry Chase, it is drawn in classic anime hand-drawn style. So it's got that old classic look. And he's doing a figure skating move. And he's just finished his perfect jump. But what happened is his skate caught the back of his cape, and his cape was red. And what has happened is all of the shards of the cape are actually turning into rose petals. And he's got like his chest exposed, and he's all like cut and ripped, and he just looks beautiful. And there's like flashes of cameras in the background, and that's what he's doing on the cover.
I love that.
I love that's so good.
I thought things were going to go poorly, and it
No,
just
that
kept
went
getting
really good.
better.
Yeah.
It just kept getting better.
Someone needs to design that. It also feels like it's the front page of a romance novel.
I kind of want Chelsea to draw all of these.
Yeah. This is a challenge for Chelsea.
The cutting edge of the chase.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Marie Claire. I play the Bull playbook, and my character's name is Adora Smith, aka Bo. I probably need a new name. She's been thinking about it for a while. So the cover that is designed by this artist as the guest artist is a giant figure of Alejandro casting a massive shadow with a tiny Terry Chase in the shadow of Alejandra. It's a psychological cover.
Cool.
This is where he's at.
These are the 4 variant covers. The principal one, I mean, they were all run in smaller form, higher value, especially like the gold foil one was like a $50 purchasable one.
Yeah.
The one with Terry Chase skating and the flowers and the flashes and the cameras and whatnot was also a much smaller printed run. So that one was like $100 a book. And so, good, astute collectors of the rookies and fans of Terry Chase would want to collect all 4 of them. But your regular subscription people who just get the main cover, they get, if you have seen the movie Akira, they get a large, globby flesh beast, and all of the members of the rookies are all in various states of entrapment within the flesh monster. And Terry Chase is, of course, front and center, all squished up, and it looks like he's just about to be splorted. That is Akira. Yes.
It's a good movie.
You got to look up the flesh monster.
Oh.
So if you haven't seen Akira and you are underage, don't. I think that it's a bit of a graphic one.
Yeah.
But the graphic novels are delightful, and I have the fancy box set.
I just read the end. I can't watch it.
Why did you just
The
read
end
the
is just the
spoiler?
beginning.
I didn't mean to. It said, like, there...
But this is not about Akira.
No.
This is about when we open the page, we see our heroes arrayed against the monster. I'm going to take a move right off the bat here. I'm going to separate Terry Chase from the group as he runs off to one side, as directed by the group. And I will remind you all, we did not do the end of session bits last game because we left on that cliffhanger of this conflict. Bo has been named the group leader for this. You have 4 team in the pool. It may have been 5, but I left my sheet of paper upstairs, so I can't confirm or deny, even though for most people, they'll be listening to it back to back or 1 week later. It's been a month and a half for us.
Yeah.
So no matter what, though, it is the start of a session, and therefore I'm going to add a team to the pool, giving you a total of 5. Set the scene: squiggly, fleshy, feathery, scaly, many tentacled, limbed, mouths everywhere monster, probably the size of this whole room. So 15 feet by 20 feet of fleshy grossness has squirmed its way out of something that was 4 times that size and has landed with a swoop in front of you all. What do you do?
Charge it.
That'll be with Apple Pay or?
No, Android, Google Pay.
Square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because experiment 742 is...
Android?
Well, this is unexpected. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
You are so calm right now.
I just kind of want to squish it, but I know it's probably more dangerous than that.
Adora is not feeling very well because this is all bringing back flashbacks of the past. And so she says something along the lines of, yeah, whatever this is, we have to kill it.
You're in charge.
I know. And now I'm like terrible at being in charge. So.
Tell us what to do, boss.
All right. We should really work together. she says, making a face.
What if someone distracts the eyes and someone else tries to tie the beaks and then someone else goes under and tries to uppercut them? I saw it in a movie once.
Let's do that.
Was it Akira?
I don't know what that reference is, but I will look it up later.
I'm good at distractions.
Then you should do that.
Okay. So George is going to start cartoonishly speeding up his legs. So not moving, but like running on place. And then he's going to start running fast. Where is its kind of eyes? Are they up higher? Or are they down lower?
Everywhere.
There's eyes everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to pick up a rock and throw it at one of the eyes to get its attention.
All right. You pick up a rock and throw it at one of the eyes.
Yeah.
And that eye is, and several others are looking at you.
Okay. Now he's going to start running really, really fast to try and get it to like follow him, but in a circle.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Allison is drawing a little circle with her hand.
She's
But
running in a
not really
circle.
doing a good job of describing the fact that I think what Allison is saying is that George suddenly becomes a purple haze
Yeah.
as he takes off after short direction from his teammates and starts running circles around the beast.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
You do so. That doesn't sound like a move at all, so you start running
That's not
around the
unleashing my
beast.
powers? Okay. I thought it would
What
be.
are you trying to accomplish from unleashing your powers?
I'm trying to distract him and trying to get the flesh-eating monster to like start spinning around and get distracted and maybe dizzy. So he's going to use his super speed to accomplish that.
So you're trying to provoke the monster instead, it sounds like.
Okay.
This does not sound like an unleash your powers. You're not
Okay.
trying to change you're not overcoming an obstacle. You're not reshaping your environment. You're not extending your senses.
They're trying to
you
rise
want
to the
the beast to respond to you.
Yes, I
So,
do.
You're going to roll to provoke. That is roll plus superior.
0, but at least
And
it's not
you
negative.
don't have any conditions, correct?
I think I'm angry, but it's not marked on my thing, but I have the card. That's the
Okay.
confusion.
So
So I'll
that's-
just say I'm angry.
Yeah, that's fair. I think you are. And Solarian has a bunch of conditions as well. So just a reminder, we've got angry over here for George. And then Solarian, I believe, has angry and insecure. Bo did not have any conditions. XP does not have any conditions. And we're unsure about Terry Chase because Terry Chase is buggered off for the moment.
So I want to add before George does this run and tries to provoke the monster, he's going to use his White Knight move, which he's going to give a powerful speech so he can use a savior instead.
George is not given a powerful speech.
He's
at
going
all.
to try.
All he did was just nod and run.
Yeah, so
I'm liking
so
that you haven't white knighted.
I'm not allowed to,
Well, you haven't.
but he's going to.
Oh,
Yes.
is he?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to go, I got this, you guys.
That's not a speech.
That is, yeah.
It didn't say it had to be a long speech.
I
It's a
got
comic
this,
book.
you guys.
Yeah.
It's 5 words.
Please, at least a speech is at least 3 sentences, as is a paragraph.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ideally, as a teacher, you would know that a
I
paragraph
know.
is at least 4 sentences.
And it's indented
but
at the top.
I was being nicer.
I make my kids do 5. But anyways,
5-word speeches?
no, 5
5
sentences.
sentences. I said a speech is at least a paragraph,
Right.
and that has to be at least 5 sentences. We're negotiating up.
George has run around the creature a couple of times
Yeah.
just to get a warm up and then comes to an abrupt halt before anyone else can do anything because he's super speedy.
Yeah.
And he says, suddenly behind the group,
Don't you worry, you guys. I'm going to get him real good and distracted, and we're going to take him down. That's 3 sentences. They're short
Two
and
more.
sweet.
where is the morality and heroism?
That's here. How is that not heroic?
It's heroic, however, morality.
It's or.
No. When you give a speech on morality and heroism,
I hate being dyslexic sometimes.
do you need help?
Yes, please.
Could add, this is the only way we're going to fully be a team is by defeating a big monster like this. And it's the best thing for us and our newfound place as heroes in the world, or something like that.
I'm going to try to put that in George words.
Yeah.
Stops mid-running to say, all right, guys, I think I got him good and confused. Let's all work together. I think we're going to be a great team after this. I think we're an awesome team under Adora, and I think this is going to work great. I got him.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll with your savior. I don't know if it's
Yay.
any better, is
It's
it?
slightly better.
All
It's
right.
+1 instead of 0. And you know how I roll. I need it.
Not in this game.
What?
Yeah, I've already said, not in this game.
I roll bad anyways. Not today. I got a 13.
You have rolled to provoke someone. They rise to the bait. They're going to do what you want, which is all eyes on you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you want?
I want him to like physically move and try to keep up with my speed, like
Sure.
spinning
Okay.
to get dizzy. That's what I
I'll
want.
say that creates an opportunity for someone else in the group to do something. Who is that going to be?
I'm going to say Adora.
Okay.
Punch him or something.
All right.
Good.
So, Adora, what do you do?
I'm going to directly engage the monster by trying to punch through it. Physics,
Sure.
what physics?
A big glob of the monster lurches one way towards George Grady, who sees this coming and steps aside of it too. You may directly engage the threat. You're going to punch it.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to punch through it. That would be a 9.
A 9 is a success.
Did I also get a plus from my friend who
no.
helped me?
No. There was no +1 forward. It was just
Oh.
direct. It's just engaged with George
But do you want
instead
the-
and opened it up.
10 to do so it's not unstable, like use a team. Is that what you're asking?
So you currently have a 9. You'd like to try to get it to a 10 is what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use a team from the pool to help her?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Ah, sweet. All right. So now I have a 10.
Yeah.
And I pick 2.
Exactly.
I'm smart, so I'm going to resist or avoid their blows that come
Sure.
back.
Yep.
And also just frighten them, make them afraid. Is that what that does?
Yes, you're just going to take if they're frightened of you, you're going to take a +1 forward against them.
Sweet. Yes, I will frighten them with how much I hurt them.
Sure. Okay.
Adora sees George running around and the powerful speech is like, okay, steals her nerve because she's been like really, really feeling a lot of anxiety around this, even though it has been affecting her. But it was all momentarily because of the dredging up of all of her past in the past little while.
Yeah, we totally see that in the comic book.
There's concern on her face, but then it's like a stealing moment, like the focus in on her face, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna punch this guy. And she runs up, and it's just like, it's slower motion compared to the purple haze, but it is just really, really powerful. And it's like a ram that she just like punches through the one little blobby arm that's reaching towards the purple haze.
Okay, so Marie Claire has mimed this over shoulder, straightforward. I picture Adora lunging forward, so coming off of her feet as
Yeah.
she punches the creature with this look of concerned expression on her face, maybe a bit of anxiety because you've been here before sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you punch a giant dent into the monster. So as your fist connects with it, it's very spongy and giving, but a ripple of shockwave comes off of the flesh, rending a tear lengthwise across the top of it from the powerful blow of your fist. And when Xpei looks again, Adora is not standing there, but you see a schlorp come off the edge of the creature. There's a big hole in it, and the boot of Adora, the pink running shoe, right?
Yeah.
Wear these pink high tops.
They're pink work boots.
Pink shoe is just laying on the ground because the monster has taken a powerful blow. I mark a condition for the monster, and then I get to take a move, and that is either I can take the marking frayed, because that's what I've chosen to do. Instead of taking one of the moves of this monster has a move called Swallow You Whole, and that is what it has done to Adora.
I can't resist that because I was resisting things or avoid it.
No, you have not taken any conditions. You are not resisting a powerful blow.
I did say
She
that.
did.
No, you are not resisting a powerful blow. This is
that's not
you
what it
taking any
is.
damage. You have just been swallowed whole.
I just been swallowed. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
like-
gross.
It's like Wonder Woman has lassoed the villain with her lasso of truth. You're not suffering any conditions. You're not rolling to you resist a powerful blow. In this instance here, you're just been swallowed whole.
just become lunch.
You have seen this, Xpei. What do you do?
Xpei takes a moment and a deep breath and focuses on the monster and tries to determine where Adora is and where their vulnerable spot is so that they can unleash a sonic blast
Cool.
without hurting Adora.
Roll to assess the situation.
9.
Nice.
All right. In your roll to assess the situation, you may ask one question. If you get to 10, you could ask 2 questions.
Do you want 10 or are you good with 1?
No, I'm good with 1.
I think we should save it for
Okay.
combat and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
There's lots of team.
True.
How could we best end this quickly?
You mean like defeat the monster?
Yeah. Because I'm looking for the vulnerability.
Yeah, fire would be
Ooh.
the best way to defeat this monster quickly.
Nova.
Yep.
Okay, team, we need to blast this blob with some fire. Who's got the heat?
I can first hit puberty, and then I can bring you the sun.
What?
That's pretty cool.
Wait, what kind of son?
Not the actual sun, like a...
The
Like-
Sunny
like-
D.
Or a daughter? Or
Yeah, I didn't know you had a kid. I feel like you're too young for that.
Not on this plane, but that's a story for a different day.
What? I'm not even here to hear this.
How's your son gonna help us? Is he on fire?
We'll chat later, XP. I can summon a powerful star storm, which infernos destruction on the being. But let's get Adora out first, or she will also be lost to the storm. So Solarian wants to find out a way to get Adora out of this being. So he wants to assess the situation.
okay, go for it. Somebody roll for Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it because I'm rolling so good today. Ha! What's your ad? Hopefully it's...
+1.
So you got 7.
Mm-hmm. All right, you've assessed the situation. What gear can I use to rescue Adora?
Yes.
There is an uprooted tree that those who've read the flashback comic know that it was uprooted before. It has been laying there for 5 years or so. It's dry. It's crisp. You could, if you were super strong, pick up said tree and stab it in where Adora was drawn in and root around there and try to maybe like pull Adora out like tweezers with a sliver sort of thing. Unschlorp Adora.
XP, is this something that you might be able to handle? That tree might be of use to us.
Is what something I might be able to handle?
The tree, XP, to free Adora with.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that before?
Help me, XP Obi-Wan.
I mean, I can try. I've never used tweezers before. I have it on my to-do list, but let's see what happens.
Treezers.
Tweezers.
Your dad is showing.
XP runs over to where the tree is and uses their not often used super strength
Mm-hmm.
to pull these branches off this tree and runs over to the monster and yells,
Purple haze, keep distracting the monster. I'm going to carefully remove Adora.
And you hear like an okay, right? So every time we've had, because it's going so fast.
so XP takes the branches up to the monster and carefully tries to play Operation.
These are huge, long limbs of this tree. Like you've got one of the first growths of limb from this tree, and the tree itself, as you try to manipulate this definitely seems like an unleash your powers opportunity. As you stab the two sharp ends of this dead tree into the creature, rooting around to pluck Adora from its midst.
This teenage superhero is incredibly embarrassed right now to be saved by tweezers. Tweezers.
Uh-oh. 8.
Okay, so you have successfully unleashed your powers. So you can overcome an obstacle here, because it's not really reshaping an environment or extending your senses. You rolled plus freak. You got an 8. Now you may choose. Mark a condition, or I'll tell you how the effect is only temporary.
Please tell me how it is temporary.
That's easy. Like, you've successfully managed to pull Adora out, but in so doing, you've pulled the creature as well, and the creature is about to roll onto both you and Adora. As Adora comes out with a ploosh, one shoe free.
Am I covered in gross?
You're covered in pussy ooze. Absolutely. And in fact, when you stab the tree into the creature, there is a gout of orange-colored pus that erupts from part of this creature and splashes Terry Chase off to one corner, who's like, guys!
I just became Dr. Pimple Pomper.
Oh,
You did.
That is what happened.
Please bear with me as I die of embarrassment. This is probably the worst experience for a teenage girl, to be an actual pimple.
So it's rolling back onto us.
Absolutely. You are about to be enveloped by this beast, behemoth.
Can we try to roll out of the way or avoid it?
Sure. Yeah, that definitely sounds like you're trying to unleash your powers by getting out of the way.
Do I
Both
have
of
the
us?
ability to also do that?
I don't see why not.
Ooh. 8.
All right. So again, would you like to mark a condition, or is this temporary?
I'll mark a condition.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not successful.
You're not successful at all?
I know.
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
Oh.
So
I'm going to bring Adora with me and use my momentum to throw her.
I have no problem with that. You can spend a team to do that. You've now got a 7.
yay.
So are you going to mark a condition, or is this effect temporary or unstable?
I'm going to say it's unstable because of the pus.
Oh, okay.
Because like I'm slip and sliding. It's like I've decided to play with that goo that you buy
Sure.
as a kid.
Sure.
And you're like, you can't stand on it. And
So you had a +1 forward against it because you frightened it. I'm going to ameliorate that by bringing it back down to 0 because you're covered in pus and you're all slippy and you're wearing one shoe. Okay.
Aw,
I'm wearing one shoe.
You've managed to free yourselves. What do you do?
Solarian, now it's your turn.
Blast this pimple.
kill it with fire.
Wait, do you even get pimples, Solarian?
No.
Does he have skin?
Are they little starbursts?
It's actually what this little stars on his body are. It's a little embarrassing.
First, I need to charge up my burn. So I need to roll plus my conditions.
Because I'm rolling terribly, right?
Sure, why not?
That's an 8
Plus
on the dice.
3 conditions.
3, so 11.
There you go. So you have hit. So you don't have to mark a condition, thankfully. You now charge up. You hold 3 burn. And what do you want to do?
We're going to use Reality Storm. So do you want me to describe it first, Kyle, or just read what the ability does?
That's only 1 burn, though. Is there anything else you would like to do? Because you've got other things that you've never done, and you have 3 burn.
I mean, I can move
Yes. Where would you move?
directly in front of it. No, directly behind it.
Or
Oh, you want me to...
where is
Really?
you see that now?
Yeah. So I can spend 1 burn to move any place I choose within the scene, breaking through and slipping past any barriers or restraints in my way. I spend another burn to move to any place where I've previously been. And Kyle, with that grin on his face, wants me to move inside of it and blow it up, and then exit promptly.
Well, I mean, if you blow it up, you'll have already exited because you'll have
So yeah, I will
removed the house from you.
So I will move inside of it with 1 burn.
Okay. How does that look?
So no, he doesn't schlorp. The Solarian looks over at XP.
Mm-hmm.
He winks at them,
Oh, I like that.
snaps his fingers, and then disappears.
Because he enters the astral plane.
Yes. So he enters the astral
Cool.
plane, and there's like Milky Ways and galaxies and my sun.
3 Musketeers and Kit Kats.
A Mars bar.
And then he
My son. I love that.
and then he appears within the being.
Walks over to it in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Just
He
saunters,
just kind of casually walks, and then he appears inside.
which no one sees.
No one sees.
Except for us in the like we can see some sort of half panel slice through where we watch him in the astral plane walk into the creature. None of the rest of you can see that because he disappears from entire view. And then what do you do?
So then we're going to spend another burn to Reality Storm. So Solarian's color is bluish, blue adjacent. And so what he's going to do is, it looks very simple and very kind of plain in the comic, but he just crosses his arms and closes his eyes, and then his skin starts to change from blue to green to yellow to red and then white and then kaboom.
That's very cool.
Awesome.
You just-
I love
God damn
that.
it.
That's cool.
Roll to directly engage a threat. Roll plus freak instead of danger. And apparently you're going to be doing some unwanted collateral damage. So definitely think about that as you roll. Paige, roll the dice for your husband.
8.
And then it's
I should
and then it's plus freak. Yeah, so 10.
Rolled
Nice.
Wow.
You get to
Pretty
pick
good.
2. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to surprise the opposition because I'm sure he's very surprised that all of a sudden there's this explosion going off inside of it.
Absolutely.
Does anyone have a Xanax? He coughs and says I got some heartburn.
And then I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies to put some distance between this being and themselves, because there's going to be it's going to get spicy in a few seconds here.
Cool. All right. So who specifically are you saving from harm?
So Adora and XP, they're already out.
Yes, they're right next to the creature.
He's going to save Adora.
Oh, perfect.
Get her
yes,
out
of
the way.
course. A little Valentine's card of savior. Roll to take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Allison,
Who
roll
wants
for
to
him.
take
sorry.
a powerful blow?
7.
plus your 3 conditions is a 10.
Aw,
Thanks, Allison.
Allison.
Welcome. Oh, wait, that's supposed to roll bad. I hate that.
Allison.
I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Okay. You must remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, or etc., or you lose control of your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list. Which do you choose?
So because he's still insecure, his explosion didn't really go off as he had planned. And so in the process of exploding, he sends himself back to the astral plane.
All right, you're in the astral plane.
Temporary.
Cool.
Ineffectual,
Yeah.
then, effectively.
And we don't know where he went.
So you're removed from the situation.
Yes.
I love it.
Bye.
There is an explosion of viscera, meat, pus, gore, brain matter, parts of giant eyeballs that it splatters and sprays the entire group
I did a kaboom.
except Adora. But it's hard to tell
Because I was already covered in
because
grass.
Adora was already covered in all the gross stuff.
So we don't even know that she came in unscathed.
The creature explodes, and there is something small, the size of these 2 tables put together. So not, but I mean like comparative, right?
Yeah.
Scriggling and wriggling on the ground in the center of that explosion site that has a lot of eyes and mouths and tentacles and fingers and things like that laying in a big caterpillar-like mess on the ground left over. This large one has exploded away. And of course, we still see the remains of the other one still in this scene. And I was kind of hoping people would be climbing over dead stuff. And I will remind you all of the overpowering stench of this location in this space. And a moment or 2 later, your skin, flesh, metallicness starts to get very irritated by the acidity in the virulence that's covering you. What do you do?
Blast
So-
it.
And none of you see Solarian anywhere.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated masks, a new generation game set in the superhero teenage world of Halcyon City. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.